Welcome back to another Go Game replay. We're going to do something a little different today. Normally I'm pulling these games out of the archives from like 6 months ago or a year ago, but no, today we're going to go recent. This is a game from yesterday. I played this on September 1st, 2025. Today is September 2nd, recording it just the day after, and I'll get it up this week. So this will be a super fresh game. It's not from the past. You can see how I play right now today. Because I've lost a lot of games recently. I have been going up against harder opponents. I haven't been practicing as much, and I am ranked at 14k. Yikes. I think I was down to 7 or 8 at one point, and I have been on a bit of a skid, trying some new things, learning some moves, and just kind of having fun with it, not taking it too seriously. So we got an even game up against a 13Q. I think I'm better than 14 really on paper. So this seemed like a pretty even match, and again, this is from yesterday. Let's dig into it. I was white, I got the second move. We each took a corner. We each picked the 3-4 point. I'm okay with that. Black instantly tries to attack my upper right-hand corner. I get aggressive right off the bat. Try and do a little pincer move on these two stones by giving them a little bit of pressure there from the left-hand side. Black doesn't even respond. They kind of goes to the right-hand side of the board there, and he's going to try and pressure my corner from below instead. So, sure. But I'm not going to take that. I do play some conservative moves in this match. It was nothing crazy really happened, but it was a fun game. Black kind of doubled up here. He had a conservative play of his own, so we got a set of 2 and a set of 2, and they basically gave me a free move, right? I didn't have to respond, and that set up a nice little a base up at the top there, if you will. It just gave me a free play to... I'm not under that much pressure up here. It's fine. He can attack it again if he wants. It's okay. But it just gave me a little bit more space to just start something up there. Instead of having one stone all by itself and it's lonesome, we got a second one. Oh, and there we go. Right after I said that Black can't really attack, look what he does. He throws right in there. And at this point of the game, I kind of remember this. I remember thinking, oh, wow, maybe I'm completely outclassed here because this is not a play I would make, and it seems kind of like suicide here, a little bit of certain death. So I block him from sneaking underneath. Then he tries to sneak around the top. I give myself an out this way. So my thinking with this play was, hey, even if he does capture this, I'm not going to get killed because now at least I can sneak out the bottom. I can start to eat up that side of the board. If his little throw-in move, his little maneuver there, if that's going to work, I'll give myself a plan B to get out. Black kind of boxes me in, sure. And then I realized, hey, this is an important move. I probably should have played this with the last play because now, if Black doesn't do anything in terms of helping this stone out, I put him into Atari right away, right? Like he can play here, but it doesn't matter. I'll put him into Atari and I'll get my eyes in there. So I think I'm safe up there at this point. There we go. He tries to save it. Sure. I put him into Atari. It's not going to work. He puts me into Atari. Actually, I sacrifice one stone here, which is okay. Or I give up the sacrifice. He doesn't actually take it there, but I'm saying, yeah, you can take that. That's fine. But I'm going to eventually take this guy and get a kill there. And I'll get another eye up here somewhere. So it's going to be fine. But he doesn't take it, so it also gives me the opportunity to, maybe in the future I take this stone as well, which would be beneficial. There we go, we take it with the very next play. And just like that, even if he does put me into Atari, right, I have to back off with play here at T14. I have my 2 eyes. I got an eye here, I'll get the kill up there. My corner's totally safe now. He did attack, he kind of weaseled his way in a little bit, but it's nothing worth worrying about because we got the safety up there. Black pushes down, sure. This play pretty aggressive on my part at 0-18 because I'm threatening, because now that I know my corner is safe, I know that's something I can work with. It's totally safe. I threaten to kill off these two, right? Because if he doesn't respond by playing here, I move in and all of a sudden those 2 stones are going to be cut off, right? And my group starts to do something like this. It extends out of the corner. So having a safe corner up here allowed me to use that as kind of a backstop to push in from the other side. Black has to respond. Sure enough, I back off with 1 play. Didn't get a lot of territory out of that, but look how safe this group's going to be now, right? Like the chances of Black killing this group off here, low. Not only that strengthening this group puts a little bit more pressure on this stone up here that's all by itself, and this set of black stones, like he's got 6 there, sorry, 5 there, 1 here, 2 here. There's some cutting points in there. Like maybe I can exploit this. Right now he's a little bit trapped between 2 stronger groups, right? We got a group here. We got a group over here, and he's kind of stuck right in the middle. If I can jump in the middle there with the play, and I can kind of go either way, depending on if he wants to put me into Atari, then I can really get aggressive up there and do some attacking. Black with a smart move. I have to respond to that because he's going to take me with the next play if I don't. And there, Black kind of worked himself out of that. That was a nice series of 2 plays. He put the pressure on that stone. I just allowed him to come out this way, and all of a sudden now, those pinching points, or cutting points, I should say, they're kind of gone, right? And he can most likely link up in there and probably be safe. Play that out a little bit. Do take the kill up there. That's a safe play, but sometimes that's the thing to do. It's like, all right, I don't want to lose this. Now that Black is probably more safe there, I'm going to take that kill. My corner is 100% safe now. Don't have to worry about it. Black strengthening his upper left by pushing into my group. I respond, block that, block him again. He goes down, and now I'm going to cut in from the other side. I'm saying, hey, you're trying to expand this way? Well, I want to undercut you from this side instead, because I'm assuming then he'll respond with something like this or this, and then I can back off a couple down this way and start to form my base on the left-hand side. Instead, he goes for a pinch, or maybe a split. It's not really a pinch, because he's not putting too much pressure on this or this. Right down the middle. That said, I think this stone here is in a little more trouble, just given that it's got stones above and it's got 1 below now. I would probably play something that strengthens that stone. Sure enough, we could have went soft and went down here and been more conservative. This is a nice aggressive play because it gives us, he's probably going to respond, I imagine, at like C17. Probably, yep, he tries to block me. Look at that. So I've kind of got a free play out of it, and I just expanded ever so slightly from like a 2-stone sort of base to a 3-stone base, which just feels so much safer and more secure. Black, as you would expect then, kind of does the same thing. Extends a little bit lower to form his base. I play off that. Not super aggressive by any means, but I'm just saying, hey, I'm going to try and take this corner. No funny business. More or less saying, yeah, you can build there, it's fine. I'm more interested in saving my corner than attacking that group of 2. But then Black wants to attack, and now we put a pincer on him. So he's got 1 stone here, all bets lonesome. Right away, we give him a squeeze and say, hey, I want you to respond by going up this way, right? Which again would give me a free move to probably come out this way to like maybe here. So that he hasn't really captured anything. He's kind of on the run, and then all of a sudden I have a little base starting down here, and I can start to push to the right. Sure enough, he does respond to that. I threaten to cut. He responds again, and there's our free move. So we actually, with that threatening move to slice through there, it just gives us 1 extra stone. Instead of having 2, we have 3. If I didn't have this stone here, I probably would have played more conservatively, like here. That is to say, if this was not there, I don't think I would have played up here. I would have played down a line, just to be a little bit safer. But the fact that I was up 1, it just gave me a little bit more flexibility to push the envelope there. And now, 3 fairly free-ish moves, and we've got a base started. We can potentially sneak underneath and connect up as well, and we also have room to run to the right. Meanwhile, we're putting some pressure on this group, right? Like he's got a group of 3 and 1 and 1. There's some cutting points in there that I can jump into and exploit. So I'm definitely stronger than Black down there in the bottom left, so we can attack that potentially in the future. There we go, and Black recognizes that, plays a little safety move there. I like that. At that point, my 2 stones, just back it up here 1, they're starting to feel not as safe, right? We're going to take the corner, no worries about that. But we're starting to get boxed in a little bit. He can attack from both sides, the upper and the right. So it seemed prudent to just give ourselves a little safety play there. And it's giving us a potential cutting point here. And then we can maybe ladder out this way if we have to. Maybe get a kill. Just setting ourselves up for a potential kill in the future, while also playing a little bit of defense at the same time. He responds to the cutting point. And then we kind of get our free move out of that. So just look how much safer that looks, as opposed to those 2 stones that were there. Now we have 4, and the chances of this getting killed off are so slim now, especially now that there's a real possibility of linking up with those other 3. I take that back. Black cuts me off. Good play on his part. So then I sneak out the other way, or at least threaten to. Link up with a safe play. And again, I'll be able to get an eye probably here. And another one, there's so much space down there. I'm not really worried about that corner now. Especially given that these 2 points are not open. He can't put any of these stones into Atari yet, so I'm pretty safe down there. That gave Black the opportunity to push right here and really expand his corner. It's a big jump. I could potentially cut that if I want, although I think what I did was jump in the middle here because I'm recognizing that he's got a bit of a wall forming here. He also has a fairly strong wall up here. If Black can get like a play or 2 in this area, in here, all of a sudden he's going to capture all that space, right? We don't want that. So I'm pretty sure I split. And this way, it doesn't matter if he approaches from the top or from the bottom. It kind of gives me an out. Or he just doesn't approach at all. Interesting. That was a very safe play on his part to lock up that corner, but it gives me a chance here just to be totally free, which I respond to because we have the stronger wall up here. If he were to take that spot, just imagine, he'd basically capture everything between that and the wall, right? Don't want that. It just gives me a little bit of an opportunity to push up, and we're starting to build that base out here. Can definitely still extend down a little bit, a couple more lines. That'd be nice, but we'll see what Black does to respond. Interesting play. I don't love this first reaction just because it's not capturing much. The only thing it's really doing is giving Black an opportunity to extend out towards the middle of the board and run it that way, but it's not like you're capturing a couple spots there, a little territory there, like you're getting like 4 points out of that. I don't know. Whereas like if he were to play here and attach to my R8, all of a sudden he's getting those 3, he's getting those 3, he's getting a couple there. I probably have to respond. Like he's getting like 9, 10, 11 points with one play as opposed to like 4, and I don't know, he's got some potential to run out this way, but it's not, I don't know, I don't love it. Unless he's trying to, I don't know, looking at it from the other perspective now, with these stones here, maybe he thinks he can sneak in underneath and kind of eliminate any territory that I can steal there, and then also come at me this way, thereby capturing those 2 altogether, and then kind of getting that whole side of the board. So maybe that's what he's trying to do. I ignore it entirely and try and sneak underneath. Because this stone here, there's a little bit of pressure exerting right this way onto this stone. It's got a little bit of influence, but now we're saying, hey, this is actually the wall of our territory. It's not back here. And we're going to force him to make a play and probably block me from sliding underneath, which he does. I go up, sure. And that's just really solidified the bottom chunk of the board here for me. I like that. Black with a safe play. Fair enough. I could have put him into Atari and really eaten up a bit of that middle of the board. At this point, all right, we completely switched it up. We weren't really under pressure anywhere. Interesting that I went over to the left-hand side. Like looking at this now, I'd say these 2 stones need a little bit of support. Like a play threatening to cut here or something would be nice. Then he would probably respond there, linking these 3 up and make a nice solid wall, because otherwise I can slice through, right? So this might have been a nice play. Then he plays here, and then I play maybe here, and all of a sudden my base along the right-hand side is pretty solid. But playing over here now, I don't love it as much. I am putting a little pressure on this group because he hasn't really captured a lot of territory, if any, yet. I can still come under this way. I can now push over top this way. So I'm putting a little bit of pressure on Black here to respond, which he doesn't do. I don't remember this play. So Black's threatening to, I guess, take that cutting point. Oh, no, I do remember this, because then we basically make a tiger's mouth to make it impossible, and he abandons it. Yeah, I think Black basically just wasted a play there. Super aggressive. I think he was going for that cutting point, but sure, now he can go up, but then I link up, and then all of a sudden he can't sneak out this way, right? Because we've got 2 spots here we can cut him off. He can't get out this way, so this stone now, dead. if he didn't get that kill, he's going to get killed off himself. So, but now he's threatening over here. Black's getting a little more aggressive. I feel like they think they're behind. There we go. We just fully sealed up this right-hand side now with that last play. Nice, safe play. We take both those cutting points away. We have our eyes. We are totally safe down here. This is also looking pretty safe now that we have this kind of kill. It's not confirmed, but realistically, I'm going to take that stone, which makes that group nice and safe. And you know, I pretty much have an eye already. Plus, I'll get another one down here. So this feels pretty safe. Maybe he can do some damage by sort of splitting right here, and then these two are split off from this group over here, but I don't think that's going to happen. So right now, it seems like my weakest group is probably these two over here. They need some support still. Where does black go next? So there we go. There's that splitting point we're talking about. Said, hey, we don't want to get cut off here. But I still think we're fine. We're going to block him. We're going to link up. Now, it doesn't matter. Black can come up here if he wants. Then I play down here and basically put him into Atari. So it doesn't matter. I'm still super safe down here. I'm safer than I was before now. Now we're going to threaten these two. I like this play because this is a completely free play. Because black, if he doesn't recognize the threat on these two, which is pretty obvious, but if he plays out somewhere else, all of a sudden, boom, you put him in Atari. He's got to come over here, but then you take him. Those three are dead. So he has to respond, and it just gives me a free play. And then with the next one, you can come up here. You get a tiger's mouth there, and all of a sudden, I can run into the middle of the board now. He responds. Okay, we didn't do the full tiger's mouth because I'm still threatening these three. And fair enough. If he still ignores this, I'm getting a couple free plays out of this. I could have played a little more conservatively 2 plays ago with this one. I could have played here instead, but that works. I threaten those 3. He's got to connect up, right? Otherwise, I'd kill him with the next play. Or put him into Atari and then kill him, I should say. So that was a couple free plays. There we go. Now we protect our cutting point, which is right here with this stone. Black can try and push in if he wants. Doesn't matter. Then I link up. Totally fine. So we're definitely safe down here, and we're pushing up. He hasn't contained us, which is nice. Black links up. I've had a history of trying to cut him off here, and I could have kept sliding left there. Black didn't want me to do that. Push over to the right, sure. And we got our eyes basically solidified over here now. So the bottom of the board like this is now safe. We're all good. Black did a good job in this corner though. Whoops. Little laggy on the mouse there. Black has sealed that up. So these two over here, these still need some help. There we go. Next play. Black didn't put the pressure on anywhere, so he basically had a free play. And then could have been more aggressive, but now at least we have a base set up along the side of the board with 3 full stones. The chances of us getting some eyes in here somewhere are pretty good now, especially we can still threaten to come underneath this way. We can threaten this cutting point here also now. You imagine if I ladder out this way, right? I'm going to be running into my own stones. So there's a nice potential cutting point there, which actually maybe I should have played that. Instead of this, I could have maybe went for the kill there instead. And also, I can run out, right? So, black, sure. Threaten to cut me off, whatever. And then black gets aggressive. Interesting. Okay. Super safe play right there. Protecting that point, protecting that point. Now I don't have a lot of space captured. I haven't got a lot of territory with these 5 stones. But we can make it work. I can connect up to this group here. I can run out this way. I can probably still get at least one eye down here, and then maybe I can get another one out here somewhere. Still have that cutting point to work with. I can link up here if I need. There's just a lot of options. Don't feel boxed in there on the right-hand side. Black, he took away that cutting point. We threaten to cut in, sure. Now we threaten to slide underneath, sure. And so we got a couple of those things, right? It looks like we'll get an eye there, I would say, and now there's a potential for another eye up here. Plus the run out into the middle of the board. Okay, black threatening the upper part of my board, sure. Wasn't much I really had to respond to there, so I think this is actually more valuable. Put the pressure on those two. Threaten to come up around this way while strengthening my left-hand group. Yep, a couple free plays. And look at that. I'm trying to box him in with this placement here. I was hoping, I remember this, I was hoping that black wouldn't play here. I was debating whether I should play out one more, like here, and then play there, but what I wanted to do was kind of box black into the corner and basically allow the outline of my territory to link up this upper group with this left-hand group and have that kind of like one continuous border, right? Because then I have a super strong group that really helps itself. But you get a little more influence, a little more power with a bigger group like that. But black did a good job in recognizing it, and he took that cutting point. So, yeah, it's okay. I'm not really concerned. Up here at the top, I should be fine. The left, I should be fine. Put him into Atari. We just take a kill. All right. Works for me. We got it. Black links up. This play could have played here, but I think this is a safer play for my left-hand group. This is the weaker group out of the two. If you compare that group to this group up here, which already has eyes, this one on the left is just a little bit less settled, and I think this is just makes it that much safer, right? Forming a nice wall there. We can block them along here, and then we'll capture all that. So black pushes out. Sure. Safe play there. Instead of blocking him and leaving an Atari, just let him run in. It's fine, and we can connect with the next one. Black, super aggressive. I don't think this worked out for him. So now I'm going to put him into Atari. Sure, he puts me back into Atari. Fine. All of a sudden, I got this kill. Now that was another wasted play by black. He puts me into Atari, which I think I respond to. Yep. And he's trying to run out here. It doesn't do much. It just causes a little bit of chaos, but he's not really capturing any territory. But you'll see him just, I kind of force him out a little bit into the middle of the board, and all it's really doing is it's strengthening my wall here and kind of strengthening my position on the left-hand side there too. So he can run all day. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to kill him off anyway. He'll get more than 2 eyes up here, right? So he doesn't need to run out that way. It's just, I think, to cause that chaos. But not really necessary. He can do it. It's fine. Doesn't bother me at all. And every time he runs out, look at that. I captured a space. He's got to run out. And then I'm kind of getting a 2-for-1 every time we play this game. Big jump, sure. Again, doesn't really matter. Now I can get more aggressive on this stone, which is kind of off by itself. Black has to respond. I love these free moves. Anytime you get a kind of a free move like that, it makes your territory a little bit stronger, puts them on the back foot. They have to respond. Usually a good thing. This one, it just gives me the opportunity, I think, to attack this stone, put it into Atari potentially. Black responds to that, sure. Do the same thing down here. I can potentially attack this one and these 3. There's a little bit of exploitation that could happen down there. Black responds, sure. This is a nice play. This one just seals so much up, right? It just strengthens this wall so much. If you compare this wall, which has got a leaky point, all of a sudden now we have 2 tiger's mouths, right? We got one here, we got one here. We're nice and safe. Nice strong wall, especially if we can take this point here and really seal that up. Get a nice strong border, kind of like what we're trying to do out here. Didn't get to, but same kind of idea. Black's going to give it to us. Nice. Anytime you can take that, I think it's worth taking, because now the outline of my territory, this is all one group, which again is helpful, safer, a little stronger. Kind of outline that group. It's a little open-ended up here, and then certainly open-ended here in the middle of the board, but now I've strengthened that wall up. There is an Atari point. He could put me into Atari there if he wants to. Sure enough, okay, I guess he wanted to. It doesn't really do much, though. We respond. Ooh. That's interesting. I remember this. He did put me into a little bit of confusion over here. I wasn't expecting to get attacked outright like this, but I think we lost a couple bits of territory here, but we generally saved face. We push to the right. Black goes against the edge of the board there to link up. Now we're going to threaten this stone. Black has to do something about it. Okay. Put that stone into Atari. He just ignores it. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, we sacrificed a couple spots out there. We can take that kill and get our first eye if we need to, and then again we'll get another eye up here somewhere or up here, so I'm not worried about the life and death of this group. I think we're safe. Which allowed us to focus now on the top of the board. Black seals us in. Same kind of thing, just the opposite. Black wants a nice strong edge, a border edge for his group, and he looks like he's going to get it. Although I can definitely cut right there as well. Be interesting to see if I do that. Nope. I guess I had to take the safe play there. Sure. Black protects the cutting point. Sure. At this point, there's nothing too insane that's going to happen. We've kind of ironed out the big plays, the big moves in this game, right? Like, threaten to cut, sure, he links up. Put that stone into Atari, sure. This one we can just kind of put on the run for no real reason, other than he's not capturing territory when he's on the run, right? And there's a potential for us to kill it off. I don't know, I can run it this way. At this point, I'm not really concerned about this bottom group getting killed off. I think we're safe down there. There is a chance, but I mean, we got an eye here. I've got to get another eye down here somewhere. But he did show that he's willing to jump in, right? He jumped in quite deep here. He jumped in deep down here. He's done that a few times. So I think a few safe plays and erring on the side of caution there is probably not a bad idea. So again, nothing crazy. We're just trying to expand our territory. One stone. We got this one right here, and we basically captured a couple lines of territory. Get like 9 points off that. Can't complain. Go fly through a bunch of these now. We're 180, 90 moves in. Black eventually does cut me off. So now this group, I think, this bottom group is going to be completely cut off and separate from this left-hand group. Black has essentially cut me off right there, right? So now I need to know that this group is safe down here, because if I lose this, I potentially lose the game. There's a good chance. This group has to stand on its own, or maybe I can link up under here. But there's a focus on this bottom group now. I got to make this safe, right? Try and run my way out. It's not going to happen. There we go. I'm officially sealed up now. I literally cannot connect to any of my groups except for down here. So you can see, I'm just going to back it up one. Right there, we officially made our first eye, right? Because black could have pushed up. And then I'd potentially be in trouble. Because this group here, if black had taken that point, I'd be down to 1 liberty. I link up. All of a sudden, I'm toast down here. He would kill off this whole group. Was very close to dying if I didn't see that. So, kudos on black to try. But we took the safe play. We got the solidified eye. We're locked in there. We're going to be good. Threaten to cut, sure. I think down here, I think I screwed this up, actually. Did I? Oh, yeah, because I put him into Atari. I think I could have played here instead of there. And it wouldn't matter what side black put me into Atari. Black could play here, black could play here. It wouldn't matter. I'd link up to the larger group. And these two would effectively be cut off, and I'd get that kill. I think. But I missed it. I put that stone into Atari instead. Black does end up linking up. We seal it up. And now we're fully safe, right? We got the eye here. We have another eye down here. Nothing to worry about. So now it's kind of end game type stuff. We got the top of the board, side of the board. Take a kill there. Again, want the safe play. Don't let this guy do anything crazy. I think I have the advantage at this point. Again, safe play. Take the kill, safe play. Link myself up there. All of a sudden, like, I don't think I'm in danger anywhere on this board, right? This is end game type stuff. That's totally safe. That's totally safe. This is totally safe. This is totally safe. A lot of small groups. Bam. That's totally safe. And that's totally safe. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 separate groups, all totally safe. Really nothing to worry about. We're just trying to capture the last couple bits of territory at this point. Not really on the attack here either. I don't think there was much to go for. Black goes on the attack, sure. Actually, he did a nice job there. He did steal a few points, but we got most of that saved at the top of the board. Pardon me. Throat gets dry when I talk for 20 minutes. 30 minutes, woo, long one. All right, so let's just power through to the end here. There we go. That was it. We both passed. 268 moves in. White by 7. No, that's not totally correct because we got also the bottom left. I won by more than that, right? Go ahead. Just make that score. Why isn't it giving me this? That's crazy. Come on, computer. Yeah, this is all mine, man. White by 8. It's actually more than that. I won by like, I don't know, 12, 15, something like that. But a fun game and a recent game. So this is kind of where I'm at right now. I made a couple small little mistakes here and there, but nothing game-worthy, nothing game-breaking. I'm not going to throw the game here against a 13Q opponent. Had a couple sneaky plays, but just solid. Like I took the safe plays when I needed to, got aggressive when I needed to. Kind of a nice balanced approach. It didn't get overly aggressive in this game. Just sort of picked my battles, and then once I thought I kind of had the lead and was ahead, then you just try and grind it out and cruise to the victory. So we'll end it there, and that was a fun one. If you stuck it around, thanks for watching. 31 minutes. Hopefully you learned a little bit or just enjoyed and were entertained. That's fine too. If you're into Go and want to see more of these, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. There's going to be lots more of that. Also, shout out to this new plant. That's brand new. It wasn't there in any of the other videos. Put that up this weekend. Nice little background addition. You can kind of see one below there as well. Anyway, we'll wrap it up. I'm rambling. Fun game. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Let's go. And it's nice to break that losing streak. Yes, 9 losses in a row. This is our 10th game, and we got the win. So anyway, we'll wrap it up for real. Thanks for watching. Let's go. See you in the next one. Bye for now.